Hello. You can come in.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Bien, gracias.
Buenas tardes.
¿Cómo está?
Bien, bien.
¿Quién viene de parte de Valeria?
Yo.
Usted, ¿quién viene de parte de Kiwi?
Ah,
Hi, I'm Samantha, City of Phoenix.
City of Phoenix, what are your positions?
I'm a light rail coordinator.
I'm sorry?
A light rail coordinator.
Okay, ¿quién va a traducir?
That's
¿Quién va a traducir?
estamos esperando un traductor. Así es.
Light Rail Coordinator
Yep.
for the City of Phoenix.
Yep.
What is your, ¿qué es tu obligación? ¿Qué es tu role?
Okay, so I help coordinate like if there are issues that come up that require coordination. City departments. I'm new in my position, so I'm learning as I go.
But what do you coordinate?
So if there are issues that come up that
Issues like
require sign, like the permit issues, that kind of thing. There was an issue that I needed to coordinate with our streets department, it's now a no parking zone, so.
What is your coordination with the businesses?
Well, I attend stakeholder meetings, and if there are issues that require my follow-up, I help make sure that, that it gets followed up with from the city's perspective.
And then you're part of Marcus Coleman myself, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Es parte de la oficina de Marcus Coleman.
Marcus.
Marcus Coleman.
Okay.
Es un, you report to me, right?
¿Y qué rol jugaría ella aquí? No, ella pregunta.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look for the translator. I'm sorry, really quick.
Okay, so I guess what is the reason you are here today with us?
Well, in my role, I've been asked to come to stakeholder meetings, so Marcus asked me to attend.
You need to listen, take notes.
Yeah, and to make sure that if there's anything that comes up that requires city follow-up, that
Ah, okay, okay.
Si hay algo que dar en seguimiento.
Que hay que darle servicio, a ver. ¿Cómo está su día de hoy?
Pues el clima está mejor.
Chulada.
Sí.
No entienden, ¿verdad?
Yo no sé Spanish,
Un poco porque.
Poquito, como dicen,
poquito, porque mi
exacto.
esposa es tejana, so no habla mucho, pero más o menos por un ritmo, ¿verdad?
Okay.
Right, so not bad, not bad.
Translator, and Mariska's not, I don't know if Mariska's answering her,
So it's not.
I don't think so. It's 5:02, they were supposed to be here 15 minutes
Sí, pero
ago.
that's what
So,
Ese translator, ¿quién lo contrató?
no, they came in para nosotros. And he's come from Valley Metro, right? That's what-
no, it's a third party, so it's
¿Quién
someone,
le paga?
Who's paying him? Us?
Valley Metro pays for the translator, but the translator is a service that Valley Metro
Son los
hires them.
mismos, son los mismos que traducen en el Chambers. Pregúntale.
They're the same ones who translate at the cap or the chambers.
We get different, it's different people
It's the
every
same
time.
company?
It should be the same company, yes, we use the same company.
Ok, vamos a ver qué tan serios son,
Ok.
qué tan profesionales son
Sí.
y qué tanto respetan en la ciudad de Phoenix.
¿Quieren que nos juntemos, sigamos platicando o quieren que venga a esperar que venga un
Exacto.
traductor?
Yo
¿O
pedí-
puedo
yo pedí un
traducir?
traductor.
Sí,
Yo pedí un representante de la ciudad, de Valley Metro, de Kiwi y un traductor.
So it's not translated. So we wanna, ¿cuándo nos podemos ver entonces de nuevo?
Este es mi día. Yo les dije no pueden conmigo ayer.
Muy bien.
Era ella.
Oh, that looks like a customer?
No,
Oh,
no, that's the
Es de la ciudad, que ella le hace aquí.
ella viene con Marcos. Ay, no, va a ser que trabajan los trabajan 4 con él, pero son
¿Por
2.
qué no vino él?
No sé. Well, you know Marcos when you make it?
Oh, ya, no.
No. And then Kelly.
I know.
Yeah, we were saying the same title, she
Same
does
title,
more
okay.
community relations, and I do more.
She can. Ella puede hacer y tiene un buen.
Right here, or right here. Let them
Sí, pero si no viene el traductor, el Tomás quiere que
No sé, mira, Manuel.
Sí, sí.
Ustedes son los que están representando a una entidad gubernamental y ustedes son los que dijeron que aceptaban la cita hoy a las 5 bajo las condiciones que yo les puse. Ustedes sabrán qué imagen van a dejar aquí ahorita. Entonces, yo no me he metido para mal con ustedes, yo los he dejado. ¿Sí me explico? Ustedes son los que están forjando su imagen. Y esta es parte de su imagen, porque les pedí la cita, la aceptaron, y aquí estamos, esperando al traductor de la ciudad de Phoenix, que es impuntual, no es profesional y está representando a la ciudad de Phoenix. Qué difícil, ¿verdad?
Tan sencillo como hablar y decir no puedo ir o bien algo.
Tan sencillo como no te vas a dar si no lo vas a dedicar y dejar abrirte para que otro niño pueda utilizar.
Déjenme ver, déjenme ver.
Do you want to see this?
Please, yeah, thank you.
What is your name?
Oh, Samantha.
Samantha. Okay,
Hello.
Samantha.
So what is Kelly can introduce herself and then we can reschedule? Yeah, if that's what Sully wants. I want her to reschedule. I don't know, we reserved it yesterday, Mariska did, our admin. She was supposed to be here 15 minutes early, 4:45. So that she wasn't late.
Asegúrate que
And
estés
she's not here, so
trabajando.
Mariska, I don't, like, oh, she just called, okay, so hold on, Mariska has called the office, they're calling her right now. Okay.
Estamos checando si
You know me before?
Do I know you?
Hi, this is Julie.
No, I'm just
By
saying.
hearing?
Hello.
Well, I heard about,
Oh, hey.
a little bit. Okay.
I don't think I know.
I'm new to, the stakeholders.
How long you take working with?
With the city?
Hmm?
6 weeks.
Sorry for you.
Oh, no.
Where'd you come from, Sam?
I was at Valley Metro.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, you ran that
That's
again.
Yeah. No, I don't do anything except buy.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
How long have you been with the project?
I've been with the project, oh gosh, when we were, still in the design phase, so before shovels even hit the dirt. So I started out as,
We never had a problem, so on their end, they didn't put it in the schedule, so. Accidentally. So Mariska's like, we'll definitely call the day before. It's never happened before, but it happened now, so.
Okay, so.
So we can reschedule for any time that Sully wants.
Yeah.
Sí, está en el baño. Está en el baño ahorita, ¿sabes?
Also in the next translators.
Acá en el baño.
hi Kelly. How are you? I'm well, thank you.
Oh, sorry, Joey.
No audience. quieren intentamos un poquito.
Usted sabrá.
O
Usted sabrá, porque yo, este es el tiempo que yo puse, yo tengo cosas que hacer, yo no voy a estar para cuando ustedes quieran, para cuando su traductor se le ofrezca.
sí, así es. Entonces, pues podemos hacer un intento.
Intenten. Si ustedes quieren intentar, ustedes son los que están quedando mal.
Vamos a tratar de quedar un poquito mejor. Yeah. So we're gonna give it a try. I'll go ahead and
Ma'am,
do
do
the
you want to
translation.
take a seat?
Sure.
Oh, sure, thank you. What's your name?
My name's Kelly Thomas. I'm the light rail coordinator.
You are what?
Light rail coordinator for the city.
Like Sam.
We'll from
Oh, right behind you,
Take a seat. Corintia, y avisa, párate en la puerta. Andrew, take a seat here. Andrew, take a seat here.
Okay.
Entonces, tú vas a traducir.
Yo voy a traducir.
Entonces, tú no eres padre y metro.
No, pues no vale.
No puedes ser juez y parte.
Así es, entonces lo que es exactamente lo que le dije yo.
Entonces, ¿tú vas a ser traductor o vas a ser valímetro? Escoge, porque no puedes ser juez y parte.
Entonces, así de clarita la cosa, yo soy valimetro, yo no soy traductor, soy ingeniero. So, what I was trying to say is, tell me if I'm going to be valimetro or a translator. And I mentioned to Celia, I'm not a translator, I'm not a professional translator, I'm an engineer. And I'm valimetro. So, I cannot really probably translate for you. No puedo traducir, entonces, lo hemos leído, we come back a different day.
Yeah.
With translator.
No,
Okay.
no, because, Jalón, ayúdame. Se los dejé bien claro
I told y'all clearly
cuando solicité la junta,
when I solicited for a meeting
que ustedes son los que trabajan
that you guys are the ones working
para
for
la gente,
the people,
con el dinero
with the money
de la gente,
of the people.
que yo no estoy a disposición de ustedes
I'm not at your disposition
para cuando ustedes puedan
for when you guys can
o para cuando ustedes quieran hacer las cosas profesionalmente.
or whenever you want to do things professionally,
Y tampoco mis hijos están a su disposición.
nor are my children.
Por eso yo agendé una cita formal.
That's why I asked for a formal meeting,
4 llamadas
4 phone calls
al papel que me diste,
to the paper that you gave me,
no respuesta.
no answer,
Mensajes a Chris Sheffield, mensajes a Luis Mota,
messages to Chris Chafee and Luis Mota,
no respuesta.
no answer,
Y cuando por fin me contestó una,
and when someone finally answered,
hicimos una cita formal.
we made a formal meeting.
No puede ser juez y parte.
You can't be the judge and the
Jury?
jury, yeah.
Y tú has escogido ser valímetro.
And you've chosen to be Valley Metro.
Entonces, lo primero que vamos a establecer aquí
So the first thing we need to establish here
es que ustedes son poco profesionales.
is that you guys lack professionalism.
No voy personalmente con cada uno de ustedes.
I'm not going personally to each one of you.
Cada uno de ustedes en su persona
Each one of you personally
tienen toditito mi respeto.
have my respect.
Todo.
All.
Pero como compañías
But as companies,
son una basura.
you're trash.
Lo siento.
I'm sorry.
No les quiero lastimar.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
Pero vamos a poner las cosas claras.
But we gotta be clear.
Una vez más, ustedes van a forzar a mis hijos
Once again, you guys are going to force my kids
a que hagan el trabajo
to do the job
que yo les solicité.
that I had asked for you guys.
Porque una de sus intérpretes
Because one of your interpreters
simplemente no vino.
simply couldn't come.
No voy a hacer otra cita.
I'm not going to make another meeting.
Se los dije bien claro en el mensaje
I told you guys in the messages,
que no tengo el tiempo de ustedes.
I'm not running on your guys' time.
Entonces lo vamos a hacer así,
So we'll do it like this,
pero queda establecido esto.
but this is established.
Voy a empezar.
I'll begin.
Hace 2 años aproximadamente,
Approximately 2 years ago,
ustedes como proyecto
you guys as a project
se acercaron a un negocio
reached reached out to a business,
al dueño de la propiedad
to the owner of the property,
y al que rentaba la propiedad,
and the one who rents the property,
para informarle
to inform him,
para informarle de una nueva etapa del proyecto,
of a new stage of the project,
que le iban a derrumbar su fence,
that you would destroy the fence
que iban a ocupar provisionalmente una parte de la propiedad,
and occupy a provisional part of the property
porque tenían que escarbar y meter algo del agua,
because they needed to dig and do something with the water there.
y al dueño del negocio
And to the owner of the
le pagaron
business, they paid him
por comprarle un pedacito de propiedad como 21 a 22 pulgadas,
to pay for part of the property, like 20, 30 feet.
no,
Inches, sorry.
inches, 20, 21 inches. Pon atención, hijo. Enfoca ahí en tu cámara. Y
And
un empleado
an employee,
de nombre Jordan,
his name is Jordan,
que ya los abandonó
who left the project
porque no le gustó comprometer sus valores morales,
because he didn't like to compromise his moral values,
sus valores sociales,
social values,
los valores que sus padres le enseñaron,
values his parents taught
porque se
him,
dio cuenta de todas las cochinadas que están haciendo.
because he saw how a lot of the dirty things that they were doing.
Vino al que renta la propiedad del dueño,
He went to the person who
renta la
who
propiedad,
rents the property,
y le dijo
and he told him
que había suficiente dinero
that there was enough money
para pagarle
to pay
por la propiedad que iban a usar provisionalmente,
for that property that they were going to use provisionally,
por todos los daños que le iban a ocasionar,
for any damages that he
por
could cause,
cerrarle el negocio en la parte de
for
enfrente,
closing the front of the business,
por mover su sign de luz,
to move the sign,
por el posible futuro crecimiento de su negocio que ustedes impedirían que tuviera
and for the future
growth.
growth that he would not be getting.
Por cada concepto
For every concept
que ustedes dañaran
that you guys would damage
como rentero de la propiedad,
as the renter of the property,
aparte de que ya habían indemnizado al dueño,
even though you damaged
aparte de que ya habían indemnizado al dueño de la propiedad.
indemnizado.
Besides, you already paid the owner of the property. Okay? Pero no hicieron así conmigo.
But that process wasn't done with me,
Ustedes me discriminaron.
so I was discriminated against
Porque ustedes,
because you guys,
sabiendo,
knowing,
y ella es testigo,
and she's a witness,
que yo siempre he buscado un traductor,
I've always looked for a translator.
no vinieron a mí.
They didn't come to me.
Hace 2 semanas el viernes
2 weeks ago on Friday,
me di cuenta
I noticed
que ustedes
that you guys
y cometieron un fraude conmigo.
committed a fraud against me
Porque vino aquí a mi propiedad
because so-and-so came to my property,
el dueño de esta propiedad
the owner of this property,
y un abogado
and a lawyer,
y me ordenaron firmar esto
and they ordered me to sign this
en inglés.
in English.
Yo no leo inglés.
I don't read English.
Nunca he leído inglés.
I never read in English.
Hablo lo poco que puedo en inglés
I speak very little English
para defenderme
to defend myself
en mi negocio,
and my business,
para poder meter el trabajo a mi negocio.
to work for my business.
Pero yo no leo términos legales,
But I don't read legal terms.
yo no leo papeles
I don't
oficiales
read official papers.
y tú lo sabías.
And you know that.
Y tú también.
And you do too.
Vino el dueño de la propiedad y me dijo, firma.
The owner of the property came and said, sign.
Yo le pregunté,
I had asked him,
¿qué es esto?
what is this?
Y el abogado de ustedes que vino
And the lawyer that you guys have came
no me dijo nada.
He didn't tell me anything.
Se quedó
He
callado,
was silent the whole time,
participando en el abuso que estaban cometiendo contra mí.
participating in the abuse committed against me.
El dueño de la propiedad me dijo que firmes.
The owner of the property told me, sign it now.
Yo les volví a preguntar a los dos, ¿qué es esto?
I repeated, what is it?
Yo no sabía de los planes que ustedes tenían.
I did not know of the plans you guys had.
Nadie vino a visitarme
Nobody came to visit me
para explicarme la nueva etapa del proyecto.
to explain the new stage of the project.
Cuando le volví a preguntar por segunda vez a los dos qué era esto,
When I asked for a second time, what was this?
volví a recibir la misma orden del dueño de la propiedad que firmara y el abogado de ustedes,
I just got the same answer from the business owner,
y el abogado de ustedes
and the lawyer from you guys
se hizo cómplice
was an accomplice
porque no brincó para explicarme qué era todo esto.
because he didn't jump to tell me what all this was.
Yo le pregunté al dueño de la propiedad,
I asked the business owner,
es acerca del pedacito del terreno que les tienes que vender,
it's part of the piece of property that you have to sell them,
el pedacito,
the piece.
the little piece. Y él me dijo, sí, firma.
He said, yes, sign it.
Me engañaron,
You guys tricked me,
los dos.
both of them.
Me ocultaron información,
You hid information,
me discriminaron,
discriminated against me,
trataron de jugar
tried to play
inteligente
smart,
y no supieron que ya perdieron todo.
and you guys are gonna lose everything.
El dueño de la propiedad
The owner of the property
tiene todo el derecho a venderles obligadamente el pedacito que le están pidiendo.
has all the right to sell you guys the piece that you're obligating him to,
Pero él no tiene ningún derecho
but he has no right
a subrentarles
to subrent
la propiedad que yo le rento a
the
él.
property that I'm renting to him.
Yo pago por esta propiedad
I pay for this property,
y ustedes tienen planeado
and you guys had planned
en agarrar toda la esquina de la parte de enfrente,
to grab the entire front corner
donde están dos puertas de esta propiedad,
where there are 2 doors of this property
por un año.
for a year.
Y a mí no me dijeron nada.
And I was not told this.
Nadie vino,
Nobody came,
nadie me habló,
nobody spoke to me,
nadie me explicó qué era esto.
nobody told me what this
El
was.
abogado de ustedes hizo
The
silencio
lawyer was silent
cuando vio que el dueño me estaba obligando a firmar.
when he saw the owner forcing me to sign,
Y eso es un fraude
and that's a fraud
cometido por la ciudad de Phoenix.
committed by the city of Phoenix,
Con Vale y Metro también,
with Valley Metro as well,
y Kiwi está dispuesto a ejecutarlo.
and Kiewit's ready to execute.
Ustedes les gusta hacer todo escondidas.
You guys like to do everything hidden.
Ustedes, yo no me hubiese negado,
I wouldn't have denied,
porque hay una ley que dice que lo tengo que hacer si es un proyecto aprobado ya.
because it's a law that I have to approve because it's already approved by law.
Pero a ustedes les gusta jugar al smart.
You guys like to play smart.
Podían haber venido de frente conmigo,
Could have came directly to me,
explicarme todo.
explain everything.
Yo no me hubiera podido negar,
I wouldn't have been able to decline
porque es un proyecto que ya estaba aprobado
because it's a project that's already approved,
y yo tengo que participar.
and I have to participate.
O ustedes me hubieran podido obligar,
Or you would have had to have forced me to.
pero ustedes decidieron hacerlo
But
cobardemente.
you decided to do it cowardly.
Como todo lo hacen en la madrugada,
And how you guys do everything like in midnight,
a las 3:30 de la madrugada del lunes,
3 a.m. on Monday,
vinieron a cortar el pavimento.
they came to cut the pavement.
Cortaron el del nuevo taquito,
They cut from Nuevo Taquito,
cortaron el de la calle
cut from the street
y la cuadra para allá,
to the block over there
frente a mí,
in front of me
en el día.
in the day.
Pero mi propiedad, la que yo rento,
But my property that I rent,
la cortaron a las 3:30 de la madrugada.
they cut it at 3:30 in the morning.
La troca
The truck
estuvo parqueada ahí
was parked over there
desde como las 10 de la noche.
since like 10 at night.
Ahí durmieron,
They slept there,
esperando a que yo me durmiera.
waiting for me to go to bed.
Y a las 3:30 se bajaron a empezar a cortar.
And at 3:30, at night, they went and
Y no
started cutting.
cortaron de un extremo de la propiedad al otro.
And they didn't start from one side to the other side.
Empezaron justo en medio de la puerta de mi
They
negocio.
started right in front of my business.
Yo salí
I went outside
y yo le dije, retírate de la propiedad.
and I told them leave from the property.
Estás traspasando la propiedad.
You're trespassing my property.
Yo no sé qué están haciendo.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
No entiendo nada.
I don't understand it.
Huelo lo que están haciendo.
I can smell what you guys are doing,
Y sé que está mal.
and I know it's wrong.
Porque el dueño de la propiedad a quien ustedes no discriminaron
Because to the business owner who you guys didn't discriminate against
está sentado aquí a mi lado,
is sitting next to me,
Andrew Fernández.
Andrew Fernandez.
Él sí sabía todo desde hace 2 años.
He knew about everything 2 years ago.
A él sí lo fueron a visitar.
You guys visited him.
A él sí le explicaron todo.
You explained to him
Y no es
everything.
dueño de la propiedad.
And he's not the owner of the property.
Él renta esa propiedad como yo.
He rents his property like me.
Y a él sí lo visitaron, sí le explicaron
And to him, you visited and explained
y le calcularon todos los daños que le van a ocasionar,
and calculated the damages and costs,
aunque no le han querido pagar,
even though they haven't paid him yet,
aunque le han hecho 3 citas fallidas,
even though they made 3 appointments that have failed,
que se las cancelan y lo traen jugando.
that they've canceled and keep trying to play him.
Ya venían a cortarle el cerco,
They were coming to cut the fence,
pero él se los impidió.
but he stopped them.
Pero a mí no le llamaron a la policía como lo hicieron conmigo.
But they didn't call the cops on him like they called the cops on me.
Ya perdieron todo.
They lost everything.
Ustedes ya perdieron lo que no querían perder.
You guys lost what you didn't want to lose.
Ustedes ya me entregaron todo.
You guys already submitted it to me.
Ustedes cometieron un fraude.
You guys committed a fraud.
Ustedes agarraron mi firma
You guys got my signature
sin yo entender,
without me understanding,
sin que nadie me explicara.
without anyone explaining.
Y a él le explicaron hace 2 años.
And they explained it to him 2 years ago.
Y ustedes están traspasando la propiedad que yo rento
And you're trespassing the property that I rent
y tienen planeado
and have planned
de agarrar los 2 últimos cuadros de concreto que están en la esquina,
to get the 2 squares at the end in the corner
que yo pago.
that I pay for.
Porque yo pago por esta renta, a mí me cuesta.
Because I pay for this rent, it costs me.
Y eso es un fraude.
And that's a fraud.
Eso fue una discriminación.
That's a discrimination.
Porque a él no lo discriminaron.
They didn't discriminate against him.
Él ya sabe cuánto le tienen que dar.
He knows how much you guys have to give him.
Y a mí nada.
And me nothing.
Yo por él me enteré de sus planes de ustedes.
It's because of him I figured out your guys' plans here.
May I just ask a couple of clarifying questions?
Sí.
So, do you own, just so I understand, do you own all this property or does John Allen Parker?
I understand everything.
Okay.
You are in the mood.
Okay.
Please come down to the earth.
Oh no, because
Ok, él es
He is
un rentero
a renter
de un
from a
negocio
business
aquí en la esquina
across the corner
que es como yo.
who is like me.
Él no es dueño de la
He's
propiedad.
not the owner of the property.
Él renta como
He
yo.
rents like me.
Y te lo traje
And I brought him
para refutártelo en la cara
to refute it in your face.
de que con él hiciste bien,
That to him you did it correctly,
pero a mí no me quisiste
but to me you didn't want to
tratar igual.
treat me equally.
Me engañaste,
You fooled me.
me escondiste el proyecto,
You hid the project.
no me hablaste en mi lengua.
You didn't speak to me in my
Tu
language.
abogado se quedó callado cuando vio que me estaban obligando a firmar.
Your lawyer was silent when you saw they were forcing me to sign.
Cuando yo les preguntaba, ¿qué es esto?
When I asked him, what is this?
Y él no quiso
And he
responder.
didn't respond.
Él es uno,
He's one,
como yo,
like me,
a quien lo trataste diferente.
who you treated differently.
Aunque no le has pagado,
Even though you haven't paid him yet.
ya te querías meter a tomar posesión de su propiedad
You already wanted to take control of his property,
y él te pagó.
and he stopped him.
Pero no le llamaste a la policía.
But they didn't call the cops.
Pero cuando yo los paré,
But when I stopped them,
un empleado de Kiwi
a Kiwood employee
le llamó a la policía
called the cops
con mentiras
with lies,
y 8 policías vinieron a tratar de criminal.
and 8 cops came to try and criminalize me.
¿Ya entendiste?
You understand?
¿Ya? O sea, te lo traje, se los traje
So I brought him
para no darles ni chance que abrieran la boca.
to not give you guys the opportunity to open your mouth,
Para probarles lo que me habían hecho.
to prove what you guys have done.
Yeah, I didn't know that she didn't get offered the same things.
Does Mr. Parker own your property
No.
too?
No.
Okay.
Completely different business.
Okay.
I rent.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you coming.
I didn't know that she didn't get treated the same, or no one even talked to her. So I was telling her what I was getting. She told me she was getting nothing.
No, I appreciate you coming. It gives a different perspective. So that was.
Sí. Dime a lo que quieres decir.
I'm new to the whole project.
Es nueva al proyecto.
Wow. You said you got a compensation or pending compensation.
Yeah, I-
Is that from the property owner or from the city of Phoenix? Okay, I just wanted to understand.
The
Thank
city
you.
of Phoenix compensates you for you, if they need borrow your property or anything for, whatever, they're gonna pay you for if you have to move. My situation, I told her, is different than hers. Her whole business is gonna be like shut down. It's gonna cost her way more money. You guys are borrowing,
Double
20
what
feet of our lot, which is affecting us too, but like, she can't conduct business, is a big difference. I can still conduct business somehow. She has like no way to do it. I was just telling her, like, I was assuming that she was gonna get a bunch of money. Because I'm sure it's stressful, wondering how you're gonna take care of your family if your business is blocked, right? So that's why I was assuming that she's super stressed out, and I was like, well, they should take care of you, right? And she's like, what? She didn't know what I was talking about. So it wasn't to cause problems or anything. I had no clue that they didn't even offer it to. I had no clue at all. No, I knew about the damage. I knew we had that in common, that, you know what I mean? I thought I was just lost and never got back to us.
Les voy a advertir algo.
I will warn you guys,
No traspasen la propiedad.
don't trespass my property.
Yo la rento.
I rent it,
Yo pago por ella.
I pay for it.
Lo único que ustedes tienen derecho a tomar
The only thing you guys have right to take
es el pedacito
is that piece
de 21-22
of
pulgadas
21-22 inches
que les fue vendida
that was sold to you
a la fuerza
by force
por el señor Parker.
by Mr. Parker.
De allí hasta allá hasta el cerco,
From there all the way to my fence,
yo pago
I pay
renta
rent
por ese territorio.
for that territory.
Y no tienen un solo derecho a traspasarla.
You have no right to trespass it.
La firma que tienen mía
The signature that you have for
es
me is
fraudulenta.
fraudulent.
La obtuvieron bajo
You
amenaza,
obtained it under threats,
debajo de, ¿cómo se dice tú?
under
How do you say
duress.
it? The dress.
Under duress.
Eso es ilegal.
That's illegal.
Si ustedes hubieran venido conmigo,
If you would have came to me,
no hubiera habido,
there would have been no problems.
nos hubiéramos arreglado.
We would have fixed it.
Pero ustedes trataron de hacerlo a mis espaldas.
But You guys try to do things behind my back,
No trespass.
so don't trespass.
Do you want me to talk about the TC? Do you
Hoy
want?
traspasaron y les dije que no lo hicieran.
So, can you tell your mom, and I'll speak to you, Celia, and you can make sure that your mom understands. The temporary construction easement, so this document,
El construcción temporal, ese documento.
The construction crews legally have the right to be in there. And I'm just telling you, they will be.
Legalmente
So,
tienen el derecho a estar allí, so van a
Your property owner negotiated that with the
El
city.
dueño de propiedad negoció eso con la ciudad.
And I see you smiling, so we can have our real estate person come here,
Ustedes
but they're allowed to be there. And so I encourage you,
Ellos pueden estar allí.
if they're in the temporary construction easement, call the police. We'll bring, we'll bring the paperwork and show them
Ellos van a
and,
traer los
I mean, do you have anything else to add? I mean, be frank, they're allowed to be there. I know you don't feel it's fair, but that's your conversation you need to have with Mr. Parker.
No.
Okay.
Y te estoy advirtiendo que no
No, and I'm
traspasas.
warning you, don't trespass my property.
They're
Okay,
legally
no
allowed to be
más.
there. So call the police. If you
La
don't feel
policía
that,
trabaja para ti.
The police work for y'all.
no, they don't.
La policía trabaja para ti.
The police
Well,
work for y'all.
The crews will be there. So we can
Tú
remark
no
it.
puedes bloquear las puertas de los negocios.
You
de
can't
hoy.
block the front of the business doors.
Agreed. Your yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Hay dos puertas donde tú quieres cerrar.
There are 2 doors over there where you guys plan to work.
I'd have to see it, I don't know what doors you're talking about, I'd have to see it.
We're not gonna block your points of access to your
No.
building.
No, pero hay otras puertas
And there's other doors too.
Okay.
que ya tienen planeado
Okay.
agarrar hasta justo ahí donde está la
They
puerta.
have planned to get all the way up to the front of the door.
I don't know, Manny, if we wanna go and look at those.
Yo te acabo
all
de
of the
decir,
different
yo te acabo de decir,
I've just told you.
yo les acabo de decir
I've just told you.
que legalmente
Illegally,
el dueño de la propiedad
the business owner, or sorry, the property owner
no puede subrentar
can't subrent
lo que ya renta.
what is already being rented.
He can,
No puede.
he can, legally he can, and I think getting you that, document in Spanish so you can go through it is a good next step, but that's all arranged through the property owner. It,
Chévere.
unless you have,
So, on the legality matter, I guess, we cannot get into that.
that's true.
Ellos no se pueden meter a lo legal.
That's why we got a document and everything is governance by the document, okay? We have the right to work within the right way, okay?
Que no lo hicieron.
Okay,
You didn't do it though.
Porque ahí lo trataron de una manera
You treated him one way
y a mí de otra.
and me another way.
what I think, what I can tell you today is what the work that we're gonna do is gonna be everything governed by the documents that is in there. Okay? We have 2 documents. There's one for the TCE and there's one that we purchased the property, which is the new right of way. Okay, so and that goes both ways. For us-
Mira, Mario, no puede. ¿Qué esperas?
You can't.
Porque al dueño de la propiedad donde él está,
The owner of the property where he's at,
le pagaron
they paid him,
y con él vinieron a tratar
and then they went to him to talk to him, to deal with him.
la ocupación provisional de la propiedad que él renta.
The provisional space that he rents.
O sea,
So
si con él lo hiciste
you
distinto,
did it with him differently.
si a él sí lo tomaste en cuenta,
If you did take him into consideration,
él no te ha firmado para que puedas entrar.
he hasn't signed so that they can enter.
El dueño de la propiedad firmó,
The owner of the property rented,
firmó,
or sorry, signed.
le pagaron
They paid him,
Y a él,
and to him,
ustedes están tratando con él
you're dealing with him
para entrar
to enter
a la propiedad que él paga
the property that he pays for
y ocupar provisionalmente un
and
espacio.
occupy provisional space.
¿Por qué conmigo no?
So why would me no?
Porque ella
Because she
se siente muy valentona
feels brave
en decirme
to tell me
que lo que me hicieron a mí es
so
correcto
what they're doing to me is correct.
y no está viendo que les estoy trayendo el ejemplo
But isn't seeing that I brought an example
de cómo ustedes actuaron de diferente con él y conmigo.
of how you're acting differently with him and me.
Y todavía se atreven a decir que sí pueden
And you still dare to say you can do it
cuando a él,
when with him
como rentero,
as a renter,
están conversando con él,
you guys are talking with him,
están poniéndose de acuerdo con él.
you're coming to terms with him.
¿Qué te vamos a dañar?
What are we going to damage?
¿Qué te vamos a pagar?
What will we pay you?
Están teniendo un agreement
You're coming to an agreement,
y a mí me pisotean.
but to me you want to step over me.
Y esta barbucona quiere venir a decirme que sí puede.
And this loudmouth wants to tell me you can.
No se dan cuenta
You don't see what's happening,
que lo que les estoy demostrando
that I'm demonstrating
que hicieron ya,
what you guys already done,
que con él hicieron bien
that with him you've done wrong,
y a
good,
mí
with him you've
no
done good,
quisieron tratarme igual.
and you didn't want to treat me the same way.
No están entendiendo.
You're not understanding that.
Solo lo que quieren es avanzar.
You just want to advance.
No importa quién se lleven de frente.
You don't care who you take along with you.
Ni siquiera
And not even
están teniendo una actitud
are you guys having the attitude
de decir,
to say,
me equivoqué,
we're incorrect.
quiero corregirlo,
We want to correct it.
quiero hacer las cosas bien,
We want to do things correctly.
quiero hablar contigo,
I want to speak to you.
quiero
I
explicarte,
want to explain to you.
quiero ver en qué te voy a dañar.
I want to see what we're going to damage.
No voy a traspasar tu
We
propiedad
won't trespass the
porque
property
ya me demostraste
because you've already shown me
que sí se podía hacer de otra manera,
that it could be done a different way,
correctamente.
correctly.
Y me quieres decir aquí tú
And you want to tell me right now, you,
que lo van a hacer
they're going to do it
por tus huevos.
through their balls.
I don't want to lie to you.
No,
I don't want to lie to you, Celia.
me has
I
mentido
deserve.
mucho.
You've lied to me a lot.
Tú estás aquí desde que me inundaron.
You've been here since they flooded the property.
No,
Okay.
no.
Sean, I think the next step is to get the right of way we're gonna put it back, like, we're gonna draw the lines again. And the TCE, is there someone from the city that can come out once we get that done and explain the TCE along with Annie? We'll just have, somebody,
State division.
yeah, maybe Ken can come out.
Yeah, I think the best thing is my thought is that if this document, this gentleman was treated differently, I don't know because I don't know the documents.
Yeah.
But they do, so they can explain the similarities and the differences and put it, maybe just a little
Both
bit.
are renters. Both are renters and both are second chance because the owner's dealing with you, but with him you're dealing but with me no. So it's a big difference. It's not
Similarity.
It's not similarities.
Yeah.
It's not. It's way apart.
Yeah.
Es un abismo grande entre medio de cómo lo trataron a ella.
It's a big abyss in between how you treated him and me.
And if there's a difference to be had, explain why. Because I don't think any of us sitting here can explain why.
Pero lo que no me gusta
But I don't like,
es que en vez de ser prudentes,
instead of being prudent,
Ustedes de bravucones, ustedes dos.
You two are big mouths.
Y quieren a fuerzas que yo me doblegue.
You want me to forcefully bend down.
Y sabes que soy rebelde.
You know I'm a rebel.
Oh,
Tú
absolutely.
sabes que yo peleo.
You know I'll fight.
How do you want us to go about
Tú sabes
showing you
que-
this legally? How, you know, and to like, we'll get everybody together. How,
Julie, a ti siempre te ha gustado
You've always liked
que yo haga tu trabajo.
that I do your job.
Siempre has querido
You've always wanted me
que te avise cuando te bloquean la puerta.
to text you when they block my door.
Ese es tu trabajo,
It's your job.
no es mi trabajo.
It's not my job.
you don't text me.
Nada anymore porque no sirves.
Not anymore because you don't work.
We've asked you to though.
Do I look like I work here? Baby, I don't work here.
No te escribo más porque no sirves.
I don't text you anymore because you don't work.
How do you
You're
know?
useless.
How do you
You
know?
already failed me.
Go ahead.
I am in the hotel smelling marijuana and my kids with infection in the face, and you just preocupada
Worried about
de que yo dejara entrar a una
that
compañía
I will let some company in
para que destrozara la propiedad,
to destroy the property
en vez de que primero
instead of first
abrazaras con calidez a una familia que estabas afectando.
hug a family that was going through it, that you were affecting.
Tú eres frívola,
You're frivolous,
sucia,
dirty,
malintencionada
bad intention,
y floja.
lazy.
Porque yo no voy a hacer tu trabajo.
So I'm not doing
Solo me
it.
preguntes qué tienes que hacer.
So don't tell me what you want me to do.
Haz lo que tienes que hacer.
Do what you gotta do.
Me enoja, me enoja que se porte así. Me enoja que a pesar de que ya le demostré, tradúceles a ellos.
It pisses me off.
Me enoja que a pesar que ya le
It
demostré
makes me mad that after I've shown
que les estoy demostrando que lo hicieron mal,
that I'm demonstrating it was treated differently,
esta me quiere brincar encima.
she wants to jump.
Necesitas mucho para brincarle a alguien como a mí.
You need a lot to jump over.
Celia, when we started this conversation, you made it clear that nothing was personal.
Que vea cómo me está brincando. Van a venir porque van a venir.
Look how she's speaking. They're gonna come because they're gonna come.
Ni siquiera se sintió mal.
There's no,
Jódase, ni siquiera se sintió mal.
she doesn't feel bad about what I just said.
Ni siquiera cayó la boca.
Not quiet.
Van a venir.
They're gonna come.
Y yo te recomiendo que no hagas nada.
And I recommend you don't do anything.
Hágale a la policía.
Call the cops.
Ah, ¿cómo? Si trabajan para ustedes,
They work for y'all.
son corruptos como
They're
ustedes.
corrupt like y'all.
So, what,
Lo mínimo que espero
The minimum I expect,
es compasión,
some compassion,
respeto
respect,
y que te calles la boca si no tienes nada bueno que decir.
and to be quiet if you don't have anything good to say.
Esto no,
Not that.
no te lo permito.
I don't permit that.
Y me conoces.
You know me.
Celia, what we're here telling you, and what Julie told you, is what we know, and it is a truth. It's a true statement. In this case, there's a disagreement, but we have the right to let you know what is our right to be working and what we can do within the project. Okay?
Que tiene derecho de decirte lo que va a pasar en el proyecto.
Es que yo empecé diciéndote
I started telling you
que yo sabía
that I knew
que si es un proyecto aprobado,
that it's an approved project.
yo no me puedo negar.
I can't decline.
O sea, tú estás tratando de meterte a la fuerza.
You're trying to go by force
Cuando yo te estoy diciendo
when I've already told you
que yo reconozco
that I recognize
que este es un proyecto autorizado,
that it's already an authorized project,
pero que tú no tienes ningún derecho
but you don't have any right
de venir y atropellarme.
to come and trample over me.
No me digas
So don't tell me
que van a venir
they're gonna come
atropellándome
and trample you
No es correcto.
It's not correct.
Cuando yo misma te estoy diciendo lo que tú me estás tratando de decir aquí.
When I already told you what you're trying to tell me right now.
No soy tonta.
So I'm not an idiot.
No.
Yo sé dónde estoy parada.
I know where I'm standing.
Nunca jamás fui a ustedes.
I never went to you guys.
Respeté siempre.
I respected you guys.
Nunca les he hecho un escándalo
I never did a scandal to you guys
por la construcción,
for the construction,
pero por cada injusticia que me han hecho.
but for every injustice you've done.
Porque no me puedo callar.
Because I can't be quiet to that.
Porque tú no vas a venir a mantener a mis hijos.
Because you guys don't take care of my kids,
Ni tú,
or you,
ni usted.
or you.
Pero ustedes no quieren que hable.
But you don't want me to speak out,
Ni siquiera por las injusticias.
not even for the injustices.
Quieren que me calle.
You want me to shut up,
Que me doblegue.
to bend down.
Quieren pasarme por encima.
You want to go over me.
Y así no.
And not like that.
De nuevo sería, I'm sorry. Again, sería, we're gonna need to mistreat you, to
Entonces
just,
aquí van a tratar.
and to, you know, not to just go
Esto es un maltrato.
This is a maltreatment.
Ya fue el maltrato.
Maltreatment already happened.
Ya lo hiciste.
Already did it.
Como compañía ya lo
As a
hiciste.
company, you
Como
already
organización ya lo
did it. As an
hiciste.
organization, you
Como
already
gobierno ya lo
did it. As a
hiciste.
government, you already did it.
Ya lo demás son puras
The
palabras.
rest is just words.
But let me, about that particular incident that happened to you, or the way they did it, none of us is aware, as far as I know. Okay,
Ninguno sabe cómo pasó eso.
this is the first time that we're aware of this. Okay?
Qué bueno oír eso. Por lo menos son palabras un poquito más inteligentes que las que habló aquí esta señora.
Those are more intelligent words than what she said. Thank you.
So one thing that I can guarantee you, Celia,
Que te puedo garantizar.
is that we're gonna continue communicating with you,
Vamos a continuar a comunicarnos con
is-
usted.
regardless if you wanna respond or not to Julie or someone else.
Si tú quieres responder a alguien más con la Julie,
But we'll continue to communicate
pero nosotros sí vamos a
and
comunicar
coordinate with you
coordinar con usted
every time we're gonna be working with your property.
cada vez que vamos a trabajar en tu propiedad.
Es que no quiero que trabajes en mi propiedad, ¿sí?
It's because I don't want you to continue to work on the property.
No tienes derecho a venir a tomar la propiedad que yo pago de renta.
You have no right to take the property that paying my rent.
On that,
Yo la pago.
Pay for
Lo
it.
que tú quieres agarrar,
What you want to take,
que dices que el dueño te está dando permiso.
and you say the owner's giving you.
Yo le pago a ese dueño por ese pedazo.
I pay the owner for that part
let me.
Es mi derecho usar esa parte
to use that property
como yo quiera.
how I want.
Yo pago por ella.
I pay for it.
Like I mentioned before, Celia, the way the document was brought to you.
No lo conozco, no hablo inglés.
No, understand.
Tradúceme. No lo conozco, no hablo ni leo inglés.
I didn't finish my sentence. Okay. What I meant is that the way the document was brought to you,
La manera que el documento fue presentado a ti.
Fue incorrecta.
we need to figure out how and why it happened that way.
Tenemos que averiguar cómo pasó así.
What I want to here to propose to you
Lo que voy a proponerte a ti
is that
es que
the concerns, the issues that you have presented to us about the property,
los problemas que has presentado a nosotros
the right of way
de la
or the
propiedad
TCE,
en el TCE,
work prior for us to start working in that area.
para nosotros empezar a trabajar esa área.
I'm going to offer you to meet again
Voy a ofrecerte a
to explain you the document and explain what are the rights that the city has,
venir y explicarte
what are the rights that you have, so that way we match and we're on the
los
same
derechos de
page.
la ciudad y de usted.
Mira, Manny, a mí no me gusta
I don't like
cuando me quieren hacer perder el tiempo,
when they want me, or you guys make me waste my time.
porque yo sé los derechos que la ciudad tiene.
I know the rights that the city has.
Lo que ustedes no saben
What you guys don't know
y no quieren reconocer
and don't want to recognize
que yo tengo derechos también.
is that I have rights as well.
Y eso es lo que falta reconocer aquí.
And that's what's lacking to be recognized here.
Tú no necesitas hacerme entender
You don't have to make me understand
los derechos que tiene el proyecto,
the rights of the project
porque no soy tonta
because I'm not dumb.
y yo sé
And I
que
know
los tienen.
that you guys have it.
Los que tienen que entender aquí algo
Who need to understand something here
es que yo tengo derechos
is
también
that I have rights as well.
y que ustedes los violaron,
And you guys violated them.
que ustedes los abusaron,
That you abused them.
que ustedes los escondieron,
That you guys hid it.
que ustedes no quieren hacer conmigo lo correcto.
That you don't want to do the things correctly with me.
Eso es lo que ustedes están sacándole la vuelta para no reconocer.
That's what you guys are going around trying not to recognize.
Porque es difícil que 3 celulares te estén apuntando
Because it's very hard for 3 phones to be recording you.
y que tú puedas reconocer, sería nos equivocamos,
For you to recognize that
porque
you
te
did
quedas sin
something
trabajo,
wrong. Because you would have no job.
porque tú estás tratando de cubrir tu trabajo,
Because you're trying to cover your job.
pero a ti no te importa lo que estás haciendo.
But you don't care what you're doing.
Tú no, ninguno de ustedes puede abrir la boca aquí
None of you can open your mouth
y decir, Celia,
and say, Celia,
por lo que nos has dicho
from what you've told us
y por el ejemplo que nos
and
presentaste,
the example you've shown us,
nosotros estamos mal.
we're doing this wrong.
Tenemos que arreglar esto.
We need to fix this.
Tenemos que corregir este error que cometimos contigo por segunda vez.
We need to correct this error we've done with you for the second time.
Pero no lo van a hacer.
But you're not going to do it.
Más esta abrió su boca de calentona
And this is brave loudmouth opened her mouth
antes que reconocer
before recognizing
que estuvo mal
that it was wrong.
y que van a ir a ver qué pueden hacer.
And we're going to go see what we can do.
Porque eso es lo prudente, eso es lo correcto.
Because that's the prudent, correct thing to do.
No me vengas a decir a mí los derechos que ustedes tienen.
Don't tell me the rights you guys have.
Porque yo lo sé.
Because I know.
Ustedes son los que no saben los derechos que yo tengo.
You guys don't know the rights I have.
Y ustedes son los que tienen que aprender qué derechos tengo yo.
And you guys need to learn what rights I have.
No yo los que ustedes tienen.
Not me, says you.
Porque cuando a mí me robaban el proyecto que yo peleaba,
Because when I was fighting for this project, that they
yo me
stole,
senté
I sat down.
y empecé a hacer lo que mi padre me dijo.
I did what my father told me.
Y jamás los molesté.
And I didn't bother you guys.
Ustedes son los que vinieron y tumbaron mi puerta.
You guys came and knocked on my door.
La tumbaron
Just went through my door
con violencia,
with violence,
con abuso,
with abuse,
con mentiras.
with lies.
Celia, what I can tell, honestly, is that we respect you.
No, no. No me digas que me respetas,
Don't tell me you respect me.
porque nada de lo que me has hecho es de
Because
respeto.
nothing you've done is of respect.
No, no quieras hacer eso conmigo.
You don't want to do that with me.
No me respetaste.
You didn't respect me.
Me respetaste quizás como humano,
You maybe respect me as a human,
pero tú no vienes ahorita como persona.
but you're not here as
Tú eres una
person.
compañía
You're here
aquí
as a company.
y tú no me respetaste.
And you don't
So,
respect
no
me.
hables palabras que no puedes
So
sostener.
don't speak words you can't sustain.
Nunca me respetaron.
You never respected me.
Pasaron por encima de mí las veces que les dio la gana.
Gone over me as many times as you wish.
So, no hables, Mary, si no tienes nada que decir.
So don't speak man if you have nothing to say.
I believe it's important for me to express to you that we're here with you today because we want to hear you.
Vamos aquí porque queremos escuchar.
Es que yo los quería oír a ustedes.
I want to hear you guys
En tiempo.
on time.
Hace 2 años que fueron a él.
2 years ago you went to him.
A tiempo los quería oír.
I wanted to hear you guys on time.
Quería saber que lo primero que me hicieron había sido una desafortunada situación.
I wanted to know if the first time it was just a disfortunate thing that happened,
Pero que estaban dispuestos a que no volviera a ocurrir.
but we're ready to not let it happen again.
Yo quería verlos que ustedes me trataran distinto esta vez.
I wanted to see a change in how you treated me.
Que no lo hicieran como la primera
That
vez.
it wasn't like the first time.
Que no regresaran y me trataran de pegar un trancazo.
That you wouldn't come back and try to hit me again.
Que lo hicieran distinto esta segunda
That
vez.
you guys would do it differently the second time around.
Pero lo hicieron exactamente igual.
But you did exactly the same.
going back to what I mentioned before, I will offer again to come back again.
Voy a ofrecerte regresar.
Right away from the city of Phoenix and explain.
Y
You
explicar.
want us to hear us, and you want us to explain
Si quieres que nosotros te explicamos
legal documents
los documentos legales,
the city and also for you as a tenant.
como la ciudad y tú como
Also for
dueño,
the-
como rentero y como el dueño.
And we'll keep coordinating
Y vamos a continuar coordinar
and hearing you.
y
And
no
anytime
escucharte
you want us
cada
to
vez que
be here,
quieras que estamos aquí
texting us,
o textearnos.
and you can
Y tú puedes
respond to our text as well.
respondernos.
That'll be very helpful.
Sería muy ayudante para nosotros.
We are here to make things better.
Estamos aquí para ayudarla, hacer las cosas mejor.
And also what we're getting is on the project,
Con el proyecto,
where we're heading,
donde
what
vamos,
we're moving forward.
vamos para adelante,
We're gonna move forward now with the street,
vamos a mover adelante con el calle,
we're gonna do sidewalks.
con los sidewalks,
That's what the project requires.
porque es lo que requiere.
And lead us to have a lot more coordination and more communication so we don't run into each other.
Lidéranos para tener
Que yo
comunicación.
lo lidere.
No.
¿No?
What I said is the work that is coming
El trabajo que viene
is gonna lead us.
nos va a
It's gonna
liderar
take us.
a
Take us to have a lot more coordination
tener más coordinación y comunicación
between us.
entre nosotros.
So again, we'll come back again. We'll set up
Regresar.
with the right way people.
Con
Bring these documents to you.
Con las personas correctas que te trajeron este documento.
We'll do our homework internally.
Vamos a hacer más tarea internamente
See what happened and why it happened.
y ver qué pasó y por qué pasó así.
Porque me trataste distinto que a él.
Why you treated me differently?
I
Sí.
don't know
No
how
sé
it was dealt with Andrew
cómo fue con el Andrew.
and with him, so that's something that we need to figure out.
Con él eso tenemos que averiguarlo
But
primero.
I really think
Mira, a él le vas a dar 21 pies por 10.
You're gonna take 21 feet from him?
By 10.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have fee 41, double.
let me figure that out.
And you're not gonna block him any door. But you pretend to block me 2 doors for the 2 little spaces that I rented. Your employees, tus empleados, están groseros.
They're rude.
I know,
Tus empleados,
Your employees,
uno de tus ingenieros,
one of the engineers
vino, midió,
came and measured,
sacó de atrás de su chaleco
took from behind him
un agua,
a water,
la bebió
drank it,
y me tiró la basura.
and then threw the trash in front of me.
and that shouldn't be allowed. I find that behavior unacceptable. I can't control what happens out in the field 100% of the time, so, you know, I wish I could,
Yo
right?
tuve que salir a juntar la basura.
I had to go and pick it up.
And I think that's wrong. I think that's absolutely wrong, right?
Cuando vino la policía
And when the police came
el jueves,
Thursday,
todos tus empleados
all your employees,
que estaban aquí cruzando la
they
calle
were here across the street.
celebraron
They were celebrating
a gritos,
loudly,
burlándose de mí.
laughing at me.
Porque según ellos
Because according to them,
estaban ganando.
they're winning.
Porque yo estaba siendo pisoteada por la
Because I was
policía.
being stepped on by the cops.
Here's what I think, guys. I don't think we're gonna solve anything tonight, right? I'm glad you spoke up and said something. I think it's important for
No
you
creo
to
que vamos a
I think it's
solucionar
very
algo
important,
anoche,
right?
esta noche, pero
I think-
gracias por
I
hablar.
think it's fair for you to understand your rights, and you sound like you know your rights pretty well.
Que es bueno que
I
tienes tus
can't speak
derechos.
to how Andrew was treated, I wasn't part of those conversations.
No puedo hablar de lo que
But I
pasó
think what
Andrew,
we can do is
Pero lo
just
que
make
podemos
sure
hacer
that If you have questions, we answer them.
Estar seguro
We try to
que
operate with compassion.
responderle
I can't
tus
speak to the entire
preguntas.
project, so yeah, I can't, right, I'm one person.
No puedo hablar de todo el
But
proyecto,
you and
soy
I
una
always
persona.
have a good relationship. You've always been very respectful and polite to me, I think vice versa.
Ha sido bien respetuosa conmigo, vice
If
versa.
there I speak, you know, on behalf of all stakeholders.
Yo hablo de
to-
todos
For everybody to operate. with
Para
compassion,
todos
right?
que
The crews out in the
cooperen.
field, the subcontractors.
Subcontractors.
This is a big project and it's disruptive to the community.
Grande proyecto, muy
Short term, I
disfrutante
think
a la
long term it'll
comunidad.
be beneficial, right? I
Hopefully.
think the hard part is when you have
Términos.
1,000 people working on a project, 2,000 people working on a project, having everybody understand the same message.
Es difícil que
and
todos
I know from
entiendan
my
el mismo
perspective,
mensaje.
from Julie's perspective,
Tanta
Manny's
gente.
perspective, we do communicate the message, operate with compassion. I can't promise everybody's gonna do that, I can't.
No
As
puedo
much as I
prometerlo
say
de
it,
todos.
and sometimes I feel the same as you, beat my head against the wall, right? Trying to make people understand how to
Estoy
operate
pegando
the right way.
porque la gente no entiende.
But I think for us, what we do tonight, right?
Pero para
is I
nosotros
think we
esta noche,
acknowledge that we've all been heard. I think that's important.
Nos hemos
I
escuchado.
think we go back,
Es
we ask some
importante.
questions about, because I don't know, I wasn't part of why, your right or your conversation, or was I part of your
No fui parte
conversation?
de la conversación de
I
él
think
ni
we
de
go
tú.
back, we ask some good questions to find out some more information, and then we come back to the table and
Vamos a hacer
have a
preguntas
follow-up
y
conversation.
regresar a
I don't have enough
la mesa.
information to be able to answer any of it.
No tengo
And I don't want to
la
tell you something wrong, I
información.
don't want to tell you something wrong.
No quiero
But
decirle
I
nada
think
mal.
we go home tonight and we gather our thoughts, and you guys do the same, we come back together and have an open and honest and hopefully good conversation. That's my opinion. Sound fair, everybody?
Creo que es más inteligente,
I think you're more intelligent,
más dispuesto a ver vida, saber qué pasa.
more disposed to see what's going on.
Y eso es mejor
That's better
a que vengas y me hables como habló la señora aquí.
than to speak to me how the miss spoke to me here.
And I'm sorry that offended you,
You always
Sylvia.
say sorry.
I am sorry.
You said sorry since the beginning. En el principio,
In the beginning,
todos tenían su sign.
everyone had their signs,
Todas las 5.5 millas.
all 5.5 miles.
Más de 450 negocios tenían los signs de las entradas.
More than 360, 70.
450 negocios.
Oh, but 470 businesses
Tenían los signs de las entradas.
had their business signs.
Pero tú a mí me discriminaste.
But to me, no, you discriminated.
Tú no me lo pusiste.
You didn't put it
Hasta que viniste a la primera junta,
until you came to the first meeting.
que dije, ¿por qué yo no?
Why don't I have one?
I'm sorry, Celia.
Well, and that's what business
And I'm
is.
sorry, Celia. And I'm sorry, Celia. And I'm sorry, Celia. And I'm sorry, Celia. But you don't correct nothing. Mira cómo me acabas de hablar.
Look how you spoke to me,
Mira cómo te trataste de imponer.
how you tried to impose.
Mira cómo me van a venir porque van a venir.
I did not.
They're gonna come because they're gonna come and they're gonna come.
You have your rights, and
No,
if
Julie,
somebody is
estás
trespassing
equivocada.
on your property,
You're wrong, Julie.
we don't want anybody trespassing on your property.
You're wrong like a person.
Okay.
You're wrong in your capacities like a person. You think you are undefeatable because you represent a big organization.
No, I don't feel that. And
But
I'm sorry.
believe me, Goliat cayó por una pequeña piedrita.
Goliath fell because of a little pebble.
So, no me vuelvas a hablar así.
So don't speak to me that way again.
No levantes tu cara frente a mí con altivez,
Don't pick your head up against me with
arrogance.
arrogance.
And I'm very
No lo
sorry.
hagas.
Don't do it.
I'm very
Estoy
sorry.
cansada.
I'm tired.
Estoy irritada.
I'm irritated.
Estoy vomitando todo esto.
I'm throwing all this up.
No lo hagas.
Don't do it.
No vas a soportar lo que puedo hacer.
You won't support me what I do.
Te he tenido mucha
I've had a
compasión.
lot of compassion.
Lo único que hice fue bloquearte de mi celular.
All I did was block you from my phone
Para ser yo la prudente.
so that I could be prudent
Porque tú no lo podías hacer.
because you couldn't.
No lo vuelvas a hacer.
Don't do it again.
Si no me sabes tratar con
if you
consideración
don't know how to treat me with consideration
y con
and
respeto,
respect,
I
no
agree.
vengas.
then
I
don't,
agree,
then
and
don't
I'm
come.
sorry. I truly, well, I am.
Change.
Okay.
Cuando tú pides
When
perdón,
you ask, say
Like Sean
sorry,
said,
Es porque
a lot of
reconoces.
information to get to
It's
you.
because you recognize.
cuando tú pides perdón,
When you say sorry,
es porque reconoces tu error
it's because you recognize the error
y lo
and you
cambias.
want to change.
No pides perdón para volver a caer en lo
You don't say
mismo.
sorry to do it again.
I think it's getting late, guys. I think it's
Yeah,
time we
see.
conclude.
Yeah.
By the way, your son did an amazing job. So, what's your name again?
Jaden.
Jake, good job. Thank you for your help today. I appreciate it. You did a good job. Good kid.
Yeah. Gracias, thank you, Monique.
Yeah, no, thank you, son.
I'm really sorry if I be stronger,
Mhm.
if I be direct, but sometimes I don't have another way.
And you're passionate, right?
No, it's not passion. It is surviving. This is the work. I'm gonna show you now what you try to take it. Can you come?
Yeah.
Please?
Thanks, guys.
Ustedes quieren agarrar todo en su cuadro.
So you guys want to take that entire like block right there?
Todo, todo.
Those two blocks. Yeah, those two like the
This is
same.
the mark. This is the mark. So this doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You just need it and you need it and you don't care nothing else.
What are these apartments here? Is that what those are?
It's a spaces for one.
Studio.
So this part of this is here straight is your right for the owner. But I pay for this. I pay to the owner every single month for this. You cannot remove from my hands just because you are the authority. Everybody has rights. My rights.
I don't know what to do about it. I'm not trying to take something wrong, right? I mean, that's-
This is why you don't want to argue. But you pretend a whole corner just because you can, just because you are almighty, just because I am a little fly. Y me puedes aplastar.
And you can squash me.
Ese es el mensaje que ustedes me han dado.
That's the message you've given.
Cada mes,
Every month
por 29 años,
for 29 years,
yo he pagado por este pedazo.
I paid for this piece.
I think we should get together and talk about, obviously, you being heard, because it's important, right? It is important for you to be heard. But I think at this point, it is getting late for all of us, right? And I don't.
Yeah,
I need to
and
go
this,
forward.
ya dijiste la clave.
You gave the key
Porque ustedes siempre hacen todo a escondidas.
because you guys do everything hidden,
Para que sea demasiado
so
tarde
it can be too late
cuando la gente afectada se da
when the
cuenta.
people take notice.
And I think it'll be important for you and I to have discussion on when's the best time for work to happen on like your schedule, right? We want to work around your schedule because I mean work does have to come through here, right? You know that. But I think it's important to help accommodate your schedule, right? Because we know you've got business. And I think that's the key is that's the communication piece that we need to work through is what's best for you time-wise, right? Because there's got to be a mutual understanding, right? We've got work to do, you've got business to run, you live here. We've got to find a happy middle. Is that
¿Para qué?
For what?
like for something like for the work that has to have like the roadway work and like eventually they're gonna put the rail in.
¿Y cómo le vas a hacer cuando me quieras desviar estas cosas?
So how are you gonna do it when they want to block those two doors?
Y si yo los quiero rentar,
And if I want to
y
rent
si
them,
tiene un cliente y yo lo quiero rentar,
and if somebody wants to come and
nomás
rent,
porque tú lo quieres tomar, yo no voy a tener que oportunidad.
so because you want to take them, I won't have an opportunity.
I don't want to speak because I don't know what the agreement was. I just don't know, right? And without knowing, I can say something I don't know. Fair enough.
No hay una manera, no tiene una manera.
You guys don't have a way.
Porque you're late.
Either you're late.
Porque it costs 2 years, me 0. Last Friday, I figured it out.
Right to be frustrated. You have every right to be frustrated. I would be frustrated. We've talked about this before. I would be frustrated in your shoes, right? This is how you survive. It's how you feed the kids, right? So I understand.
Mira, es el encargado. En su oficina, tomando su cafecito.
13 inches. Todo está acá, ok, 13 inches. 13 para acá. De aquí para acá pueden ofrecerse lo que quieran.
Your son in the contract, they sublease the whole front property from corner to corner to the city of Phoenix for a few bucks. He told you don't do it and you do it. The Bible says that when the people are in Greece and you don't tell them, it's hypocrisy. The real through is when you give it the people the whole through and you give it to them the opportunity to choose. or she's life, or she's dead, or she's good, or she's bad. I know what is the plan of God. Yesterday I told you that God is already here for the light rail, but He's gonna do something else before. Remember I told you yesterday? And you told me what? The thing that He's going to do before is you. He's gonna come in and judge you. He's going to make account for every single thing. When I don't have any money to pay you, I told him I need to pay the rent. You didn't give it to me any money. He told me I'm gonna bless you, but in my way. The Lord said. God said that I'm not gonna pay you anymore.
Okay.
The Lord told me to give it to you straight what He is going to do it, for you can make your decision. You have to choose it. One, or you release the property, or He's gonna come in against you. The next move that you made it's going to determine the next move of God.
But you can't stay here without paying rent.
Thank you so much.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand, Nicole.
Who? Her.
Yeah, she understands.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a businessman. She's a business person, okay? If she doesn't pay rent, I can't let her live here.
So I'm from South Mountain Justice Court.
Good luck to you.